The Nile River is a remarkable natural wonder, flowing for over 6,650 kilometers, or 4,132 miles. It is a lifeline for millions of people in northeastern Africa. The Nile traverses 11 countries. From the mountains of Burundi and Ethiopia to the Mediterranean Sea, it brings life to the arid landscapes it crosses. The Nile is the longest river in Africa and arguably the world, rivaled only by the Amazon. Its waters sustain a wide array of ecosystems. The river's basin is home to diverse cultures, languages, and traditions. For millennia, the Nile has been a source of life, inspiration, and prosperity for countless generations. Nowhere is the Nile's importance more evident than in Egypt. Ancient Egyptians revered the river as a god, Hapi. They recognized its crucial role in their survival. The annual floods brought fertile silt that nourished their crops. The Nile facilitated trade, transportation, and communication. It allowed the development of one of the world's first great civilizations. The iconic pyramids and temples stand as a testament to the ingenuity and prosperity that the Nile fostered. Today, the Nile faces unprecedented challenges. Climate change, population growth, and increasing demands for water resources are putting immense pressure on this vital artery. The delicate balance between the river and the people it sustains is under threat. These challenges are interconnected and complex, requiring collaborative and sustainable solutions to ensure the Nile's health for generations to come. Failure to address these issues will have dire consequences for the entire region. Climate change is altering the Nile's flow patterns. Rising temperatures contribute to increased evaporation from the river and its reservoirs. This leads to reduced water availability, particularly during dry seasons. The Nile basin is already experiencing more frequent and intense droughts. These changes in rainfall patterns and increased variability make it challenging to predict and manage water resources effectively. The livelihoods of millions of people dependent on the Nile for agriculture, industry, and domestic use are at risk. Section 5. Population growth, increasing demands on a finite resource. The Nile basin is home to a rapidly growing population. With more people comes an increased demand for water for drinking, sanitation, and irrigation. This puts additional strain on the already stressed river system. Competition for water resources can exacerbate existing tensions between countries. Finding a balance between meeting the needs of a growing population and ensuring the long-term sustainability of the Nile River is a pressing concern. It requires careful planning, efficient water management practices, and equitable allocation of resources. Section 6. Dam construction, altering the river's natural rhythm. Dam construction along the Nile River and its tributaries, while intended to provide hydropower and regulate water flow, has also disrupted the river's natural rhythm. Dams can alter sediment flow, fish migration patterns, and the availability of water downstream. While dams offer benefits, their construction and operation must be carefully managed to minimize negative impacts on the river ecosystem and downstream communities. Transboundary cooperation and dialogue are essential to ensure equitable water sharing and minimize potential conflicts. Section 7. Ecological impacts. A drying river threatens wildlife and agriculture. The Nile's delicate ecosystem is under threat from reduced water flow and pollution. Wetlands are shrinking, threatening the habitats of numerous plant and animal species. Fish populations are declining, impacting livelihoods dependent on fishing. Reduced water availability for irrigation affects agricultural productivity, leading to food insecurity and economic hardship. The interconnectedness of the Nile's ecosystem means that changes in one area can have cascading effects throughout the entire basin. Section 8. Socioeconomic consequences communities grapple with a scarce resource. The impacts of a shrinking Nile are felt most acutely by communities directly dependent on the river for their livelihoods. Farmers face reduced crop yields due to water scarcity, leading to economic hardship and food insecurity. Fishermen struggle to maintain their catch as fish populations decline. Competition for scarce water resources can escalate tensions between communities and even countries, highlighting the urgent need for cooperation and sustainable solutions. Section 9. A call for collaboration, Sustainable water management for the Nile Basin. Addressing the challenges facing the Nile River requires a collaborative and transboundary approach. The 10 riparian countries must work together to develop and implement sustainable water management strategies that ensure equitable water allocation and protect the river's health. This includes promoting water conservation measures, investing in efficient irrigation technologies, and developing drought-resistant crops. Sharing data, knowledge, and best practices is crucial to ensure the long-term sustainability of the Nile River Basin. Section 10. Safeguarding the Nile. A shared responsibility for future generations. The Nile River is a shared resource, and its future depends on the collective actions of all those who rely upon it. Safeguarding this vital lifeline for future generations is not just an environmental imperative, but also a moral obligation. By embracing sustainable practices, promoting cooperation, and investing in innovative solutions, we can ensure that the Nile continues to flow for generations to come, sustaining life, culture, and prosperity throughout its